Hello viewers, welcome to the Editorial Analysis by Drishti IAS. In this section, we regularly take editorials from various newspapers and news portals for a better understanding of various issues happening in India and around the globe. In this section, we first try to link the editorial with our UPSC syllabus. Then, we go analytical in order to understand some key points and at last some important concepts. Dear viewers, we truly hope that you like this initiative taken by Drishti IAS and your feedbacks are important for us. So kindly feel free to give your important feedbacks in the comment section. So without any further delay, let's commence our session.
Dear viewer, this video is available in Hindi as well. If you wish to watch it, please visit our Hindi YouTube channel, Drishti IAS. For your convenience, the link for this video in Hindi has been provided in the description below.
Today's editorial is taken from the Economic Times published on 27th of November 2020. The title of today's editorial is Vexatious Dragon Resolute India, Strong India to Keep China's Rise Peaceful. If we try to link today's editorial with our UPSC syllabus, we can link it with GS Paper 2, which has sections that include polity, governance, constitution, and primarily with the section that includes international relation. Some key points from today's editorial. It is going to be a long and hard winter on the northern front, given that disengagement talks have stalled over Beijing's demand that India vacate heights in Chushul and aggressive patrolling in Bhutan. But India cannot flinch, not just for India's own security, but for the world's security as well. Now, we all know that this year on the northern fronts, things are going to be very hard because the disengagement talks between India and Beijing are actually not working as it was expected. China has continuously demanded a stand from India that India should vacate the heights in Chushul region and also stop the aggressive patrolling in Bhutan. But with India, it is not just a matter of pride or security for India itself, but also for the world's security as well. Global powers should be reminded, if such a reminder were required, that Beijing would feel free to flex its muscle across Asia and beyond, were India to buckle under China's pressure. As US President-elect Joe Biden prepares to take office, his team should recognize India's role in an effective China strategy. Now, it is important for the global powers that they have to recognize the importance of India in what could be their effective strategy against China. Now, this is applicable to everyone, whether it is United States, whether it is Britain, whether it is European Union, for everyone. Now, before we move ahead, we should actually see what exactly is the issue, what exactly is the matter. So here you can see the map, and this exactly is the place where you can see the Chushul region. Now we have this situation with the white boundary. It actually says the British offer in the year 1899. After that, the Indians, which they have been claiming, the claim line, this entire region, this entire Aksai Chin, it's ours. The Xinjiang Tibet Road, which was built in the year 1957, you can see this blue mark. Also, the line reached by China in November 1962 during the war that India had against China. So China reached up to these particular places. The line of occupation reached by China September 7, 1962. So this particular line, this quite light red line, it actually refers to the line of occupation which was reached by China and dated since 7th September 1962. So here you can see that this exactly is the Chushul region over which Chinese, they have stalled the disengagement talks with India. Now, if we speak about what exactly is the importance of Chushul sector, so it is very important to understand why this entire issue or this standoff is going on between India and the PLA troops. Now, it should be noted that the Chushul subsector, it came into focus in the standoff between the Indian and the PLA troops after the movements that took place on the intervening night of August 29 and 30. Now, what exactly the Chushul subsector is and why it is important. The Chushul subsector lies south of the Pangong So lake. Okay, so like you can see here, this is the Pangong So, and this exactly is the position where Chushul lies in eastern Ladakh. It comprises high broken mountain and heights of Thatung, Blacktop, Helmet Top, Gurung Hill, Magher Hill, besides passes such as the Rezangla Pass, okay, the important Rezangla Pass, and the Richinla, the Spunger Gap, important one, okay, the Spunger Gap, and also the Chushul Valley. It should be noted that the Chushul Valley has a very important airstrip that played an important role even during the 1962 war against China. Now, thanks to its location, Chushul is one among the 5 border personal meeting points between Indian Army and the People's Liberation Army of China. It is here that representatives of the two armies meet for regular interactions. The recent brigade level meetings between the two sides were also held in the Chushul region. Now, what exactly is the strategic importance of Chushul? Now, Chushul enjoys tremendous strategic and tactical importance because of its location and terrain, which makes it a center of logistics deployment. This sector has plains that are a couple of kilometers wide, where mechanized forces, including tanks, can be deployed. Its airstrip and connectivity by road to Leh is adding to the operational advantages. See, you have a direct road facility between Chushul and the Leh region. So definitely it has got many operational advantages. Indian troops have now secured the ridgeline in this sector that allows them to dominate the Chushul Bowl on the Indian side and Moldo sector on the Chinese side. So what Indians have done, the Indian troops, they have secured the ridgeline in the Chushul region, and that advantage which Indian troops have after securing the ridgeline in Chushul is that they can dominate the complete Chushul region as well as the Moldo sector. They can keep a constant watch. They can actually dominate that from that particular position, from those ridgelines. The Indian troops can definitely dominate the Moldo sector on the Chinese side. They also have a very clear sight of almost 2 km wide Spunger Gap. Now, like I told about a gap which was around 2 km wide, the Spunger Gap. From the Chushul ridgeline location, the Indian troops, they have got a clear sight of the Spunger Gap, which the Chinese have used in the past to launch attack on this sector in the 1962 war. Why the Spunger Gap is important? Because during the 1962 war, the Chinese used this route and they did quite damage to the Indian troops at that point of time. Now, why Chushul is important to China? Again, it should be noted simply, Chushul is the gateway to Leh. Like I said, there is a road facility between Chushul and Leh. So Chushul is a gateway to Leh. If China enters Chushul, it can launch its operation for Leh. So this exactly is why the Chushul region or the Chushul subsector is important for us. Now, what are going to be the future challenges in this particular area of Chushul? Now, an immediate challenge is of a flare-up as troops of both the countries are deployed within a distance of 800 to 1000 meters of each other at Blacktop and Rechinla. Logistics, they also pose a major challenge. At this point, the villages of Chushul are of great help to the Indian Army. Chushul village in the Durbuk Tehsil is home to around 170 families. There are almost 170 families who are living here, most of whom are of Tibetan descent. According to many social media posts and other things, the villagers, they have constantly been ferrying water and essential commodities to the Indian troops who are deployed at the Blacktop. So this exactly is why the Chushul region is important for India and why China is constantly asking India to leave that particular position, to tell Indian troops that they should leave the Chushul region. The present scenario: President Donald Trump took on China on the trade front, but also staged an America First retreat from the global leadership, giving China the room to set its expansionist agenda in motion. See, Donald Trump did a lot against China on the trade front. However, with the approach of America First, what exactly has happened that America preferred isolationism with the America First policy. And when America retreated from the global leadership, it actually gave a tremendous amount of room to China so that it can set its expansionist agenda. Now, if we speak about America First, so what exactly it is, you should know that. So, America First, it refers to a foreign policy stance in the United States of America. And this policy emphasizes isolationism. It's not new. It wasn't introduced by Donald Trump, but it was introduced long back during the period of 1918 to 1939. So it first gained prominence in the interwar period. That means the period between the First and the Second World War, starting from 1918 to 1939, and it was advocated by the America First Committee, a non-interventionist pressure group against the United States' entry into the World War II. Since 2016, an identically named campaign slogan and foreign policy that emphasizes withdrawal from international treaties and organizations has been pursued by presidential campaigns and administration of Donald Trump. Now, Trump's America First policy has been described as a major factor in the international isolation of the United States, and the commentators have described the America First policy as America Alone policy. So, with America opting for America First policy, it gave a tremendous amount of room to China, and China started its expansionist agenda all over. As the Biden administration works to reasserting US leadership, it must evolve a China strategy that recognizes this threat and work with allies and partners to strengthen the liberal world order. Now, for the one of the biggest challenges for the Joe Biden administration is going to be to create such a strategic policy against China that the threat that China is posing right now to the international sphere, to the international arena, it must be recognized. And for that, America needs proper allies and partners so that all these countries can work against China and a liberal world order can be set for. India's role is going to be very crucial in this partnership for a strategy against China. A long unsettled boundary with China, Chinese illegal and unlawful occupation of Indian territory, aggression in the South China Sea, and Beijing's diplomatic cover for Pakistan's use of terror as an instrument of strategic depth, where in India or in Afghanistan, all give India a strong reason to face up to Beijing. See, now India has to come forward. Now, China has been causing trouble against India, or you can say they have been creating trouble for India since a very long time. Now, whether if we speak about the unlawful occupation of the Indian territory or the aggressive mode which China is showing in the South China Sea, or the kind of diplomatic cover which Beijing has provided to Pakistan, and with that diplomatic cover, Pakistan is using that particular diplomatic cover for increasing terrorism against both India and Afghanistan. You can see in the case of Masood Azhar how China has continuously vetoed it. So it's high time that India should stand up, and all these are very important reasons which actually make that sure that India has to stand up against China now. Now is the time. India has done well to consolidate the partnership with US, Japan, Australia constituting the Quad. Also, there have been several initiatives that India has started taking directly against China, and one of them can be said as the formation of Quad, where India, along with Australia, Japan, and United States, are in a great shape, and the region of Indo-Pacific is now under the dominance of the Quad nations. Also, each and every country, be it Japan, Australia, or America, or India, everybody is doing whatever is possible from their end to stop the influence of China in this particular region. As the Chinese endeavor to convert Beijing's debt leverage over nations in the Indo-Pacific into distributed access to military facilities, not just the Quad but also the European Union and Britain must pool our financial and diplomatic resources to help the nations indebted to China to stand up to the pressure. See, it's not, we all know that what exactly is the debt leverage policy China has been following. China has given loans to many countries in the Indo-Pacific region, and now it is high time that every country, be it the European Union, be it Britain, be it other European countries, okay, now they have to stand up, like just like India, Australia, Japan, United States, and they have to make sure that they are doing something significant so that all the countries which are debt trapped by China's policy, they should be freed, so that the influence that China is actually trying to create in this particular region, it can be stopped. The way ahead, at the same time, the world, including India, needs to engage with China on subjects like climate change and proliferation of dual-use technologies to make the world more secure. See, other than the security issues or different things, it is high time that the world has to bring China on subjects like climate change and also about the proliferation of the dual-use technology. Now, when I speak about dual-use technology, so what exactly dual-use goods or dual-use technology is? So, the dual-use goods are products and technologies normally used for civilian purposes, but these may have military applications as well. In politics, diplomacy, and export control, dual use refers to technology that can be used for both peaceful and military aims. So, it is high time that the countries of the world, including India, have to get engaged to China on topics like climate change. What exactly are they doing? Also on the proliferation of dual use technology as well. Now, all these initiatives will actually make the entire world or the entire international peace more secure. Strength and resolve on India's part must be matched by the liberal world's active solidarity. So, definitely, India has to come up, because in this particular region, the only country now that can challenge China or that can raise question on China's action, that is India. If India is not doing so, then in this particular region, it will be a complete dominance of China, and then China will have its arbitrary kind of dealings that it has been doing over a long time. So, India should come up. The national leadership has to think of finding out a solution to this increasing influence of China, and it should be in order with international peace, with world peace. So viewers, this was with today's editorial analysis. Now the question that can be framed from today's editorial: discuss how the border dispute with China is posing a major test to India-China bilateral relations. List down the efforts taken by both countries in this regards and their consequences. So viewers, I hope you liked today's editorial analysis. Thank you very much.